I just got out of school. I knew everything. You can't tell me anything. I was that kind of cocky guy. I remember Dr. Brown said, hey, why don't you go in there and adjust that guy? He said it with a grin on his face. I said, okay. So I had this, $100 Nicole Miller tie on. I was dressed to the nines. And I walked in, and it was the biggest guy I've ever seen in my entire life was sitting in there. He was like 500 pounds, right? He was wearing white sweats. It's a good color choice there, Michelin. But so
slimming.
Yeah, it is slimming. So anyway, his arms were sticking straight out like a snowman, right? But he was so big I couldn't see the table. So it looked like he was a floating marshmallow in the room, right? I said, what brings you in? He goes, I have back pain. And I said, oh, no kidding. I told this guy to lay down, right? So I'm sitting there, and he's a thick slab of meat, with him on the table. He was like a foot from my chin. He was that thick. So I remember I strapped his ankles in, put my hand on his back, and I started stretching his back, right? Because, I was trying to get some distraction going on in there, right? And if you can visualize where things are in that room with him on his stomach, my hand was his low back. My other hand was down there by his feet. And my tie was right there in Corn Canyon, let's say, right? It was just sitting there. All right, so I'm pushing on this guy's back. He said, you didn't get it. And I said, I got it. He goes, no, you didn't. I didn't hear any pop either, right? But I knew everything. I said, yeah, I got it. He goes, no, push harder. I said, okay, I'll push harder. So I put my hand on his back, and my feet came off the ground like I was on a pommel horse in the Olympics. I gave him everything I had. I didn't hear anything that time either, right? But I looked straight down, and his ass was getting closer to my face, right? It was like his ass cheeks were contracting like a tsunami around the globe, right? I should have backed up, right? So I was just wondering what the hell I'm looking at. And so I learned a valuable lesson that day, that when somebody that big lets one go, they know before you know. Okay, that you're watching a Godzilla movie, the lips move, then you hear the sound. It was kind of like that. He knew what was up when he was trying to catch his mistake with his ass cheeks, right? By the time I realized what it was, his ass cheeks were just about at my chin. My tie was fully engulfed, right? So I did not want to back up and embarrass this guy, let him know that I was in his junk. So I just stayed there till it was done, right? So, and this is not a lie either. Again, you learn something new when you're around big people that close to their private area. I felt the wind and the heat coming off of that because my face was right there, right with my tie. So he got up and he wiggled around a little bit and he goes, I think you got it. I go, oh, you think I got it? No, I got it, right? And I'm sitting there taking my $100 tie off. This is a true story. And I threw it at him. He goes, what's that tie for? I said, you steam pressed a crease in that thing. I'll never get out of there. I don't want it back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I don't know if you're the best guest I've ever had.
No one's going to top the fart story like that. But anyway, so that was
or if that's the best thing that'll end up on the cutting room floor.
That's it. That's the only thing just save that one. That could be the start to everyone.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Kevin.
No, that was so anyway, there's a lot of hazard stuff that goes on like that I really don't appreciate. That's happened more than once.
You told the patient you just steam pressed a crease into my tie.
And I will never get that out. You can have the tie. I did. He kept it. He walked out with it.
This has been Jeff Stearns, Connected Through Cars.